Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Boliye Shri Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Hari Om. Om Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya Vyasa Rupaya Vishnave Namo Vai Brahma Nidhaye Vasishtaya Namo Namaha. Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Om Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidwaram Sadgurum Brahma Vidwaram Sada Shiva Samarambham Sankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Vande Guru Paramparam. We are into the 62nd day of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and on this third day of this month for chapter 13, Kshetragnya Vibhaga Yogaha, we are now looking into the 15th verse. Yesterday we completed up to the 14th verse. The 14th verse begins the description of that Purusha, that supreme being. Sarvendriya gunabhasam Sarvendriya vivarjitam Asaktam sarva bhritchaiva Nirgunam gunabhoktrucha. So sarva indriya gunabhasam, it is shedding its light of consciousness on all the sense organs, but at the same time sarva indriya vivarjitam, it is free of all the sense organs, like it does not need the sense organs to experience anything. Asaktam, it is asaktam, it is not attached to anything, but at the same time sarva bhritchaiva, it is the one that bears everything in this universe. Nirgunam, it is free of all gunas, but at the same time this Purusha is guna bhoktru, it is the experiencer of all gunas. The next verse, 15th verse, Bahirantascha bhutanam Acharam charamevacha Sukshmatvat tadavijneyam Durastham chantike chatat. Bahihi antascha bhutanam. This Purusha is without all beings, means anta kasmat punaha karanat na vyapratam eva iti guhyate iti ata aha sarvendriya vivar, the previous verse. Yaha tu ayam mantraha. One more. Yadyapi bahihi tyak tvak paryantam deham atmatvena avidya kalpitam apekshya tam eva avadhim kritva bahihi uchyate. Bahi means from without the skin, the portion of the skin in the body, so that is called outside. Tatha pratyagatmanam apekshya Dehameva avadhim krutva antaha uchyate. When we say antaha, it is within the skin. Considering the pratyagatman, the consciousness that is within the body, that has this body as its limit. That is called antaha. Tatha pratyagatmanam apeksha dehameva avadhim krutva antaha uchyate. So what is without the skin and what is within the skin is bahihi and antaha. Bahihi cha antaha, bahihi antaha cha iti ukte madhye abhave prapte idam uchyate. So there is nothing in between. There is only outside, there is only within. Bahihi antascha bhutanam acharam, that which does not move. Acharam, that which does not move. At the same time, not only that which does not move, but that which moves also. Charam evacha. Deha abhasam api tadeva gneyam yatha rajju sarpa abhasaha. What is that which is to be known? Yadi acharam charamevacha vyavahara vishayam sarvam gneyam kimartham idam iti sarvaihi na vigneyam iti uchyate. So whatever is in the transactional mode, that is charam and acharam, everything is that which needs to be known, the gneya vastu. In the same way, it is not known by everybody as the gneya vastu. What moves and what does not move is the gneya vastu. So we will go into the third, the fifth, the 16th verse. Avibhaktam cha bhutanam vibhaktamiva cha sthitam bhuta bhartru cha tagneyam grasishna prabha vishnu cha. Avibhaktam pratideham vyomavat tad ekam bhuteshu sarva pranishu vibhaktamiva cha sthitam deheshu eva vibhavyamanatvat. Just like there is space, there is only one space, but that space seems to be limited by the different bodies and the different objects like room space, outside space, inside space, kitchen space, or every person also. The space seems to be, the space in one person seems to be seems to be different from the space in another person. Avibhaktam pratideham vyomavath tad ekam bhuteshu sarva pranishu. The space is one, but it seems to be different in different beings. Vibhaktam eva chastitam deheshu eva vibhavyamanatvat. In all the bodies, it seems different. Bhuta bhartri bhutani bibharti iti tad gneyam bhuta bhartri. We know that it is bearing all the beings. Sthiti kale, when it is steady, it looks like, it appears as if it is bearing all the beings, the life in all the beings. Pralaya kale grasishnuhu grasana sheelam. In the time of pralaya, it seems like as if it is absorbing all the life and being very steady. Grasishnuhu prabha vishnu cha utpatti kale prabha vishnuhu cha prabhavana sheelam. When creation is happening, it is as if it is throwing the life out, it is creating the life out, and it is making life available for our vision. At the time of death, it looks like it's absorbing the life within. Grasishnuhu prabhavishnu cha yatha rajvadihi sarpadehi mithya kalpitasya. Like in a rope, suddenly in the presence of darkness or manda andakara, where it is not very bright, it is not very dark, for a person who is not able to see clearly, the rope appears like a snake. The snake image is produced, prabhava. And when there is clarity, the snake image seems to be withdrawn into the rope. In the same way, prabhavaha, pralayaha. Prabhavaha means the image of the person, the image of the individual is being produced through this, by this Purusha that is within. Pralayaha, it seems to be withdrawn. Kim cha sarvatra vidyamanam sat na upalabhyate chet jneyam tamaha tarhi na kim tarhi. Even then, even if it is the sat vastu, why is it not known this jneyam? Because of the tamas, because of the presence of tamas in it. It is not that way. Jyotisham adityanam api. So the next verse. Jyotisham api tad jyotihi tamasah paramuchyate jnanam jneyam jnanagamyam hridi sarvasya vishtitam. This supreme being, this Purusha, is Jyotisham api tad jyotihi. It is the light of all lights. Jyotisham, all the lights. It is the light which sees all the lights. Api tat jneyam jyotihi. It is the light which needs to be known in that way. Atma Chaitanya Jyotisha idhanihi adityadini indhani adityadini jyotimshi deepyante. So this light of all lights, it is lighting up the fire. We are able to see the presence of a light of a lamp, because of the jyoti of the self. Aditya, Atma Chaitanya Jyotisha idhanihi adityadini jyotimshi deepyante. Whether it is the light of the sun, whether it is the light of the moon, or whether it's the light of a torch, or whether it's the light of the lamp, we are able to see with that light of consciousness only. Yena suryastapati tejasedhaha tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati Shvetashvatara Upanishad ityadi shrutibhyaha smritehe cha iha eva yadadityagatam tejaha. In this Bhagavad Gita also, yadadityagatam tejaha jagadbhasayate khilam. That light of the Aditya, the sun, and the light of all lamps and fires is being lit up by this consciousness. Tamasaha ajnanat param asprishtam uchyate. It is untouched by ajnana. It is untouched by ignorance. Like ajnana means I don't know. When the sun is shining bright, we cannot say I don't know the sun is existing, right? We cannot say I don't know the sun is shining. In the same way, when this light of consciousness is revealing itself brightly, there is no question of I don't know. There is no question of ajnana, because this consciousness is beyond the presence of ajnana. Jnana dehi dussampadana buddhya prapti avasadasya uttambhanartham aha. So while it is very difficult to gain jnana, and so to increase this jnana, this knowledge of the self is very difficult to gain, and it requires all these qualities like amanitvam, madambhitvam. So jneyam yattat pravakshyami ityadina uktam jnanagamyam jneyam eva jnatam tat jnana phalam iti jnanagamyam uchyate jnayamanam tu jneyam. So what needs to be known? Suppose the thought is that it is very difficult to be known. So the next verse, yatokta artha upasamhararthaha ayam shlokaha uchyate. Whatever meanings have been spoken of about that Purusha, it is an upasamharanam. It is a conclusion of all this. Iti kshetram tatha jnanam jneyam choktam samasataha madbhakta etad vijnaya madbhavayopapadyate iti kshetram tatha jnanam. In this way, the kshetram or the field, mahabhutadi, dhriti antam tatha jnanam. So mahabhutadi, the 5 elements of earth, fire, air, water and space, the 5 elements, and the manaha, buddhi, ahankara, totally 8, which forms the kshetram, dhriti antam, and all the qualities like dhriti, which are there in the dhriti, uh, and the different qualities in the mind. Tatha jnanam. What are the different jnanam we saw? Amanitwadi. Amanitvam, adambhitvam, ahimsa, kshantihi, arjanam, acharyopasanam, shaucham, stairyam, atmavinigraha, indriyartheshu vairagyam, anahamkara evacha, janma mrityu jara vyadhi dukkha doshanudarshanam, asaktihi, anabhishwangaha, पुत्रदार गृहादिषु नित्यं च समचित्तत्वम् इष्टानिष्टोपपत्तिषु मयि चानन्ययोगेन भक्तिः अव्यभिचारिणी विविक्तदेशसेवित्वम् अरतिर्जनसंसदि अध्यात्मज्ञाननित्यत्वं तत्त्वज्ञानार्थदर्शनम् एतज्ज्ञानम् 21. If we separate a little more, we will get more qualities, but totally 21 qualities, which are all called jnanam. Up to that jnanam, everything is kshetram. Cha jneyam cha yattat pravakshami ityadi tamasaha paramuchyate ityevam antamuktam samasataha samkshepataha. Briefly, jnanam and jneyam, the kshetram and the kshetragnya have been described. Etavavan sarvaha hi vedarthaha gitarthaha cha upasamhritya uktaha. The essence of the Vedas and the essence of the Gita, the Bhagavad Gita, has been conclusively said with these verses. Asmin samyak darshane kaha adhikriyate iti uchyate. So now, who is the adhikari? Who is the fit person to have this knowledge of clear vision of Kshetra and Kshetragnya? Bhagavan says, Mad Bhaktaha Mayi Ishware Sarvagne Paramagurau Vasudeve Samarpita Sarvatma Bhavaha Yat Pashyati Shrunoti Sprushati Va Sarvam Eva Bhagavan Vasudeva Iti Evam Graha Avishta Buddhihi Mad Bhaktaha. So that is the description of who is my devotee is given here. Who is the fit person to know this Kshetra and Kshetragnya? Mad Bhaktaha, my devotee. What is the nature of my devotee? My devotee. Mayi Ishware. This is not the English my, M-Y. Mayi, in me, Ishware, Sarvagne. Ishvara is Lord. Sarvagnya is the one who knows everything. Paramagurau is the supreme teacher. Vasudevaha, one who is present everywhere and in everything. Samarpita Sarvatma Bhavaha, all my belongings, Sarva Atma, everything about me and everything that belongs to me is given unto this Ishvara, Samarpita. Yat Pashyati, Shrun, whatever that person sees, Pashyati, Shrunoti, Sprushati Va, Sarvameva Bhagavan Va, whatever I see, whatever I hear, and whatever I touch, everything is that Bhagavan, Vasudeva, the one who is present everywhere and who is covering everything. Vasanat Vasudevaha. Evam Graha Avishta Buddhihi, one whose buddhi, one whose intellect is overpowered by this thought, that person is my devotee, says that Ishvara Bhagavan. Sa etad yathoktam samyak darshanam vijnaya madbhavaya mama bhavaha madbhavaha paramatma bhavaha tasmai madbhavaya upapadyate moksham gacchati. Such a person attains to me, attains to my state of being, madbhava. And what is that state of being? That state of being is moksha. That state of being is liberation. Moksham gacchati. Tatra saptame ishwarasya dve prakriti upanyaste parapare kshetra kshetragnya lakshane. In the 7th chapter, dve prakriti, the 2 types of prakriti was being described, upanyaste. para prakriti and apara prakriti. Para prakriti is supreme, apara prakriti is not complete, not supreme, which is Kshetra and Kshetragnya Lakshana, the nature of Kshetra and the nature of Kshetragnya. The Kshetragnya is para prakriti and this Kshetra is apara prakriti. Etad yonini bhutani iti cha uktam. Kshetra Kshetragnya prakriti dvaya yonitvam katham bhutanam iti ayam arthaha adhuna uchyate. So, what are the different types of sources of being in this world, in this universe? Kshetra and Kshetragnya. Prakriti dvaya yonitvam. Two types of Prakriti are being described here. So the different words now are Prakriti and Purusha. Kshetra and Kshetragnya. Para and Apara. Here the different nomenclature is being used. Verse 19. Prakritim Purusham Chaiva Vidyanadi Ubhavapi Vikarams Gunams Chaiva Vidhi Prakriti Sambhavan. Prakritim Purusham, the Prakriti and the Purusha, Chayeva, also, Vidhi Anadi, both are Vidhi, know them to be Anadi, Anadi, Adi means beginning, Anadi means no beginning, Ubhavapi, Ubhavapi, both of them have no beginning. What has no beginning? The Prakriti and the Purusha have no beginning. Vikaramsha gunamshaiva vidhi prakriti sambhavan. So whatever is having vikara, whatever is having modification, and whatever is having gunas, the qualities of sattvam, rajas, tamas, know them to be born out of prakriti. Prakritim purusham cha eva ishvarasya prakriti tau prakriti purushau ubhau api anadi vidhi na vidyate adihi yayau tau anadi. Since there is no adi, since there is no beginning known to both of them, they are called anadi. Nitya ishvaratvat ishvarasya tat prakrityoho api yuktam nityatvena bhavitum. Prakriti dvayavatvam eva hi ishvarasya ishvaratvam. So Ishvara and this Prakriti are Nitya. Like the power of the singer is in the singer only. You cannot separate the singer and the power of his singing. The power of the writer is in that writer only. You cannot separate the power of the writing with the person who is writing. In the same way, the power of Ishvara and Ishvara cannot be separate. So they are together only and they are Anadi. When did the power of the singing come in the singer? It was always there with the singer. Yabhyam prakritibhyam ishvaraha jagad utpatti sthiti pralaya hetuhu te dve anadi satyau samsarasya karanam. So the cause of being, coming into being, creation, preservation and destruction are all the qualities that are there in Ishvara, and they are anadi. Here again the discussion is going a long way. We will look into these long discussions sometime later after we complete the whole Bhagavad Gita. We will go through the whole Shankara Bhashya in brief episodes where it is easy to digest. Otherwise, it takes a long time to study and we will lose the track of the whole verses. So we will come back in detail to those episodes where Bhagavan Sankaracharya is having a long discussion about some verses. Ke punaha te vikara gunaha cha prakriti sambhavaha. So what are the vikaras? What are the gunas, the qualities and the modifications of those qualities which are born out of Prakriti? The next verse, the 20th verse says, Karya karana kartritve hetuf prakriti ruchyate purushas sukha dukkhanam bhoktritve hetu ruchyate. Karya karana kartritve. Karya is the physical body. Karana is the sense organs, the jnana indriya, the karma indriya, the organs of perception, the organs of action, the manas, the buddhi and the ahankara are all the Bahikkarana and Antakarana, the outside equipment and the inner equipment. Antakarana. Karanani. Karya Karana Kartrutve, Karyam Shariram, Karanani Tatsthani Trayodasha. The 13 Karanas. The equipment of perception through the sense organs, the mind, buddhi and the ahamkara. Dehasya arambakani bhutani vishayaha cha prakriti sambhava vikaraha purvokta iha karya grahanena grihyante gunaha cha prakriti sambhavaha sukha dukkha mohatmakaha karana ashrayatvat karana grahanena grihyante. The 5 elements which cause the body, the shabda and the 5 sense organs of perception, and the modifications which are there in the prakriti, they are all called the effects of the cause of prakriti. Because of prakriti they are created, and the prakriti is the basis for the sukha, dukkha and moha, which are all the 3 qualities that we enjoy, the gunas. And the gunas, the sukha, dukkha and moha, are having their ashraya, are having their base on the karana or the equipment. Tesham karyakarananam kartrutvam utpadakatvam yat tat karyakarana kartrutvam tasmin karyakarana kartrutve hetuhu karanam arambhakatvena prakritihi uchyate evam karyakarana kartrutvena samsarasya karanam prakriti. Because of the karya, because of the effects, and because of the equipment that cause the effects, the cause for the effects, it is called, prakriti is called samsara. Samsara means something that is changing and something that is modifying. So again, there is a bigger discussion on this. We will go to the next verse. Yat purushasya sukha dukkhanam bhoktrutvam samsaritvam iti uktam tasya tat kim nimittam iti uchyate. So why is it that the purusha becomes a bhokta, becomes the enjoyer, and becomes a samsari also in this prakriti because of the connection with prakriti? What is the cause for that? Iti uchyate. Purusha prakristho hi bhunkte prakriti jan gunan karanam gunasangosya sadasadyoni janmasu. Purushaha prakritistaha. This purusha, this jiva, is staying in the prakriti. Bhunkte, it is enjoying. What is it enjoying? Prakriti jan gunan, the qualities that is produced by prakriti, from prakriti which is born. Karanam gunasangaha asya. Why is it happening? Because it is attached to the gunas. Sadasadyoni janma. So because it is attached to the gunas of prakriti, it is being born again in sadyoni and asadyoni, something that is very supreme and something that is not so supreme. Supreme means it is able, the birth, the life, being born in that kind of a yoni, we are able to go towards moksha, towards realization. Asadyoni, not so supreme, means it is not taking us towards moksha, it is taking us into engagement in this world of samsara or modification, change and transmigration. Purushaha bhokta prakritistaha. When the purusha is in prakriti, standing in prakriti, he becomes the bhokta. Prakritau avidya lakshanayam karyakarana rupena parinatayam sthitaha. Prakritistaha. When the purusha stands in prakriti, which is in the form of avidya, karya karana. Karya means it's the cause, and the cause for the sense organs and the effect of the sense organs and the body. Parinatayam sthitaha prakritistaha prakritim atmatvena gata iti etad hi yasmat tasmat bhunkte upalabate ityartaha. So this purusha is enjoying, or rather suffering, sukha, dukkha and moha, these 3 qualities. Sukha is joy, dukkha is sorrow, moha is delusion, thinking that I am this body. Prakritijan Prakrititaha Jatan Sukha Dukkha Mohakara Abhivyaktan Gunan Sukhi Dukhi Moodaha Panditaha Aham Miti Evam. So what are the different experiences that the Purusha goes through? If he is encountering sukha, if he is encountering comfort, he says, I am comfortable. If he is encountering sorrow, he is saying, I am experiencing sorrow. If he is encountering the physical body, the presence of the physical body, he says, I am this physical body. And if he says, suppose there is the thought of brilliance in him, then he says, I am a Pandita, I know, and I know so many things. Then aham, Panditaha aham iti evam. If he says, I don't know something, if he does not know something, if he feels he does not know something, he says, I don't know this. I don't know, I know, I am a Pandita, I am a Moodha, I am an ignorant person, I am a Sukhi, I am a Dukhi. These kind of thoughts come to that Purusha. Prakritistaha, when he is in Prakriti and he forgets about his real nature, he takes on the qualities of Prakriti and he says, I know this, I know that, I don't know this, I am enjoying this, I am suffering this. Satyam api avidyayam sukha dukkha moheshu guneshu bujyamaneshu yaha sangaha atmabhavaha samsarasya sa pradhanam karanam janmanaha sa yatha kamo bhavati tat kratur bhavati ityadi. So whatever one desires, then one begins to engage in the action towards those desire. Tadi etadaha karanam hetuhu gunasangaha guneshu sangaha asya purushasya bhoktuhu sadasadyoni janmasu. It becomes the cause, the gunasangaha, the attachment to the gunas of Prakriti by the Purusha makes him take births in satyonis and asadyonis. So the remaining verses which we are going to see tomorrow and the day after describe the Sadyoni and the Asadyoni. Very, very beautiful. And so we will get to that. Etaduktam bhavati prakritistatva akhya avidya guneshu sa sangaha kamaha samsarasya karanam iti tacha parivarjanaya uchyate. So the cause for samsara is association with the gunas of Prakriti. And to remove that association, asyacha nivrutti karanam jnana vairagye sa sannyase Gita Shastre prasiddham. In this Gita Shastra, what is it talking about? Jnana and vairagya, knowledge of the self and detachment from whatever is not self, is being spoken of in this Gita Shastra because the Purusha is attached to the gunas of Prakriti, and if he has to gain liberation, he needs to come out of the attachment with the gunas. And what are how to come out of the attachment? He should gain the knowledge of the self, and he should be able to withdraw from whatever is not the self. Tacha jnanam purastatu upanyastam kshetragnya vishayam yajnatva amritam ashnute iti uktam cha anya apohena atadharmadhya aropena cha. So tattacha jnanam purastat, keeping jnanam, the qualities about jnanam has already been told, like from this amanitvam adambhitvam, what is jnana has been told. Kshetragnya vishayam yat jnatva amritam ashnute iti uktam. So about the Kshetra and the Kshetragnya, knowing the Kshetragnya, one attains immortality. Iti uktam cha. Anya apohena atadharma adhyaropena cha. So sarvatah panipadam tata sarvatokshi shiromukham, with hands everywhere, legs everywhere. This adhyaropa of that ajnana has been made into this whole creation. Yat jnatva amritam ashnute, knowing that one attains the state of immortality. It was already said. Tasya eva punaha sakshat nirdeshaha kriyate. So the quality of the Kshetragnya is being indicated now. In this verse, the 22nd verse, we will go through it tomorrow. Om Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu, सर्वेषां मंगलं भवतु, सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय, तमसोर्मा ज्योतिर्गमय, मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते, पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ बोलिए श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। हर नमः पार्वती पतये, हर हर महादेव। हरि ओम। थैंक यू।